Hello guys and welcome to a video of, let's just learn anatomy. And so right here we just got some couple questions and we're just going to answer them, learn some anatomy, you're bored, let's just learn some anatomy. I've just said that word so many times. But here we go, let's just begin. We got the lateral lower leg bone. Lateral, what does that mean? That means, you're going towards the outside of the body. So if you're going towards the outside of the body, the tibia is your shin bone, right? It's your medial bone. So that's not the outside. On the outside is your fibula. It's actually on the outside of both of your legs, honestly. And the fibula is the smaller bone compared to the tibia, of course. So the lateral lower leg bone is the fibula. And then we get obviously what I said earlier, the medial lower leg bone is the tibia, your shin bone, your rock hard tibia. Ow, that would hurt if you broke. But you got your kneecap. And what is a kneecap? Honestly, we use three of them, and the kneecap is the patella. So there we go. We just answered that question, Oh, and also the thigh bone is your femur. There you go. If you didn't already know that, you probably already did. So next question is, complete the sentences to describe the movements that occur at a synovial joint. Answers may be used more than once. Alright, so honestly, I'm not the best at these. So I'm going to need to flip to the page that has all these on because I'm not the best on these. So let's just begin. The bending of the knee to bring the heel towards the hip is blank of the knee. So let's just see what that is exactly. So the bending of the knee. So you're bending that knee in towards, the hip. So that's going to be flexion. Flexion. And if you're bringing that out, that'd be the extension of the, knee. So right here, this is going to be flexion because you're bringing it towards your body. Nope, that did not go through. There we go. To stand on your heels is... I'm going to have to look at this one again because I just do not know these. Some of you guys watching this video might just be like, wow, this guy's an idiot right now. But we got the stand on your heels. Wow. They got me on this one. We're going to skip that one. We're going to skip that, and maybe something will come. When doing jumping jacks, the feet are spread apart by blank at the hip. Wow, you guys are going to think I don't know anything about anatomy right now. This is actually the only part of which I don't really know. I just never look at these, honestly. So when doing jumping jacks, the feet are spread apart by blank at the hip. By abduction. So abduction is when you bring your legs away from the hip. You're bringing them, like if you're doing jumping jacks right now, you do one. There we go. I just did a jumping jack just to get a good old example for myself. With doing jumping jacks, the feet are spread apart by abduction. There we go. And shaking your head no is blank of the neck. Is what kind of movement would that be? If we were to shake our head no, that would be, gosh, they really made it hard on us right on this one. Now I'm gonna have to Google this one because, man, shaking your head no is what type of movement? The circumduction. So, alright. Circumduction, where is that? I had a phone a friend right there. Turning the palm down in order to type is blank of the forearm. Is pronation. Right? Pronation. Man, we live in a pronation world. I honestly have no idea what that means. Don't ever take my word for granted. There we go. Raising your arm. That's awesome. Raising your arm out in front of you is blank of the shoulder. So if you're going to raise your arm out in front of you, do it. I dare you. Do it. Raising your arm out in front of you, that'd be honestly extension. I don't know. You know, this is probably a rocky part. You just might want to skip to the next part on this one. But yeah. Huh. Supination. What is supination? It's not currently here. Now I'm just going to have to look at them all. You know, I'm going to get these wrong. I know it. It's like, what is rotation then? Because honestly, all these are some type of rotation. Yeah. To stand on your ears is blank. Is retraction. That's not even an option. Is adduction. It'd have to be adduction, I'd say. It has to be adduction, I guess. I don't know. Shaking your head is... Sure, it's... Alright, I guess that makes sense, but... Let's supin. Turn your palm down. Blah, 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 blah. Good. So, fluid-filled sacs. Fluid-filled sacs are what? Synovial. Or your bursa. Now, fluid-filled sacs are what? You know, this is why you guys join, because when you watch these videos, you learn with me. And when you learn with me, obviously, you're along with me along this learning process so that we kind of both learn in a way. You get what I mean? You got time, you're bored, what are you going to do? You're going to watch videos, am I right? I mean, I hope, but, you know, there's no guarantee in that you're going to watch my videos, but hey, you know, I'm not doing this just to, I don't know. I'm mainly just doing this because if you want to learn as well, you can watch this video. You know, I want to help out more people. So, protective layer found at the ends of bones. Well, that's easy right there. Protective layer is, my gosh, I've not even heard of that. Alright. You know, we're just going to be looking at some hotkeys. Pause. Well, it looks like we can't pause. So, alright. Let's go back to what we were learning. Lining of joint secretes fluid. Fibrocartilage disc within joint. Holy, where can I find this? So what is a fibrocartilage disc within joint? Within a joint. A cartilage joint in which the ends of the articulatory bones are covered with hyaline cartilage. But between this is a broad, flat disc of fibrocartilage that connects the bones. A sleeve-like capsule that surrounds the synovial joint and closes the synovial capital and unites it. Okay. Fibrocartilage is a type of... Okay. So that makes sense. Okay. Because fibrocartilage is cartilage, and so cartilage is articular, you know. It's going to articulate or be connected to, you know, to the bone. So lining of a joint secretes fluid. So lining of a joint secretes fluid. Secrets. Oh, it's alright. Synovial membrane. The synovial membrane, also known as the synovium or stratum synoviale, is a specialized connective tissue that lines the inner surface of the capsules of synovial joints and tendon sheath. It makes direct contact with the synovial fluid lubricant, which is primarily responsible for maintaining. Lining of a joint secretes fluid, that is the synovial membrane. Protector layer found at the ends of bones. Now we got something wrong here, because I know for a fact that something's wrong. What are fluid-filled sacs? Bursae. I feel like that's it. Fluid-filled sacs are bursa, or bursae for fluid sacs, because AE is plural. Protector layer found at the ends of bones. That has to be. That has to be articular cartilage. No. Alright, we're not going... Oh. That has to be the... Alright, lining of joint secretes fluid. We know that's right. So fibrocartilage disc within joint is the menisci. You know, why don't we just search this up? What is... menisci. 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 What is menisci? The menisci reaction is a named reaction. Or what in the world is this? Menisci. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Menisci is a piece of cartilage that proves a cushion between your femur and tibia, shin bone. There are two menisces in each. Okay. Alright. In each. Alright. Okay. They can be damaged or turned during activities that put pressure on or rotate the knee joint. So fibrocartilage discs within. I think that's right, because fibrocartilage disc within joint, because I know a little bit of fibrocartilage is in the knee bones, just to help absorb shock, you know. So I feel like that is it. And the menisci is, you know, the protector layer found in the ends of bones. That has to be articular cartilage, because that's everywhere. That's not just a menisci, if you get what my knowledge is right now. So let's press next. What is the definition of the hematopoiesis? So hema means blood, topiosis is, let's find out. The process of blood formation. So it has to be this. Storing anorganic solids, process of transport of soft tissue. Bam, that was an easy. Label the major bones of the skeleton. Right here, what do we got? Oh, it's vertebral. Okay, I was looking more towards, like, I don't know what I'd honestly were thinking. Radius, that is the lateral portion of the hand. So that is obviously going to be the radius right here. I believe that's where it's pointing. Yep, that is. There it is. And then right in the middle, the sternum, the mediastinum. See 1, 2, 3 parts. I don't exactly know the 3 parts, but, you know, that's alright. The more you do this, the more you learn. So that's honestly why I'm doing it. And then, oh my god, there's so many. The backbone. I just, you know, oh, wait a minute. There's this U-shaped bone in the neck. That has to be a hyoid bone, because that's technically not part of the skull bones. You know, it's just right down there. Can we get a nice image? No, we cannot. Excuse me. We got the metatarsals. Those are just the 5 elongated bones in the hand. Metatarsals. That should be the feet. Metacarpals are up here. I was like reading that. I'm like, they either got this wrong or I got it wrong. We got the fibula, the lateral bone of the leg. That is the fibula. Patella is the knee right there, the kneecap. And then the backbone, the hip bone is right up here. Alright, that looks like it's pretty good. Label the bones seen in the internal view of the skull. Oh, the internal view. Let's go. Now we got a good question right here. Right here, I believe we got the vomer. This has to be like the vomer bone right here. This little portion right here. And then also we got the nasal bone. Somewhere around here. The ethmoid bone is for the roof of the oral cavity. Roof and the wall of the oral cavity. So that's definitely probably going to be this portion right here, I believe. And then we also got the temporal bone. I believe right here. For some reason I cannot find it. Alright. Sorry about that wait, guys. We got the temporal bone. A bone that surrounds the ear and makes up the lateral wall of the skull. That definitely has to be the temporal bone. Bam, right there. What do we got? The supralateral cranial bone is the parietal bone. You know, that's just like mainly the posterior, superior part of the skull, right? Posterior, superior part, the top part of your skull. You know, that has to be the parietal. Where did I already put it? No. There it is. All right, there we go. Right up in here, we get the sella torica. Wow, definitely not what we have right now. That is what it's. We're gonna have to come back to that. But we got the frontal bone. This is a very simple one, right up here. That's a very easy one right there. Occipital is gonna be in the back because the bone that forms the base of the skull. That's your occipital bone right there. And that's pretty bad. You really need to protect the back of your head. I think the back occipital is for your vision. So if you mess up the back of your head, honestly, like if you hit it pretty hard, you could. I honestly really need to turn that off. Okay, but continuing on what I just said, the occipital bone, you know, you really want to protect the back of your head because if you don't, and you hit it pretty hard, like I knocked it on a back piece of concrete, split my head open, had to get 3 or 4 staples. If you hit it hard enough, you could temporarily or permanently mess up your vision. Like, you know, that's not what you want to do in life, right? You don't want to have messed up vision. So, there's that. So sphenoid bone, that's what it was right there. Ignore the dogs in the background. They bark so much. So there we go. We got the ethmoid bone, the bone of the roof and the walls of the nasal cavity, the frontal bone, the bone of the forehead, the sphenoid bone, bat or owl-shaped bone that makes up the floor of the middle cranial fossa, and the parietal bone, which is the superlateral cranial bone, and temporal bone that surrounds the ear and makes up the lateral wall of the skull. You can feel that just by touching your ears right there. And last but not least, the important occipital bone that forms the base of the skull. Right now, let's just do one more question. Here we go. This is a nice one to end it on. We got the name of the cell found in bone that functions to deposit bony matrix, resulting in the growth of bone tissue. Right off the head, I know this question. I know the answer. It's bam, osteoblast. How I remember that is blast. You're going to make some growth, right? Osteoblasting up in the growth areas right there. That's how I remember it. Osteoblast. You're blasting through growth. That's how I remember. If 3 times wasn't enough, I hope you do. Rewind it and watch it again. So osteoclast, that's kind of forms the different option, it forms a different function compared to the osteoblast. The osteoblast makes bone tissue, right? It makes the bone, and the osteoclast is what kind of breaks it down and somewhat repairs slash, how do I want to say this? Osteoclast basically renews the bone, right? Makes it new bone and all that fun stuff. The progenitor cell, I've actually never heard of that. So let's just progenitor cell. Progenitor cell is a biological cell that, like a stem cell, has a tendency to differentiate in a specific type of cell, but is already more specific than a stem cell and is pushed to differentiate into its target cell. Alright. So I think to completely comprehend that, you need to know what a stem cell is. So, why does not, right? What is a stem cell? Stem cells are a class of undifferentiated cells that are able to differentiate into specialized cell types. Commonly, stem cells commonly form from two main sources. Embryos formed during the blastocyst phase of embryological development, embryonic stem cells, and adult tissue, adult stem cells. So, alright, the stem cells are a class of just undifferentiated cells. Is a biological cell that is like a stem cell. Oh, okay. Alright. Now, if you guys are watching this video and you have made it this far and you guys are not bored yet, please try and differentiate the difference between progenitor cell and stem cell. Spend some time, learn something new. Do it for me. But here we go. We also got an osteocyte. What an osteocyte is when an osteoblast is done secreting bone tissue, is that once it fully encases an area, an osteocyte is formed. Like if I were to, right here, the osteocyte, a bone cell formed when an osteoblast becomes embedded in the matrix it has secreted, right? So once it fully engulfs itself, an osteocyte is formed. And therefore, bam, magic happens. So I'm going to end it right here on this question. This was a very good question to end on. Got some extra knowledge. Just like I said, progenitor cell, right? Tell me the difference between progenitor cell and a stem cell. Please take that time out of your day because, hey, I will too, and I'm going to figure it out, and we're going to see who's right. So there you go. Take the challenge, and here we go. So just like that, I'd like to end the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.